Well, they say that football moves quickly, but I don't think any of us expected it to move quite that quickly. Obviously, news broke at midday that Matt Bloomfield's been sacked as Luton Town manager. And if you'd had the chance to watch the podcast that we put out this morning, I don't think anyone would be too surprised by that. Certainly we weren't. We expected it. The decision became obvious after Saturday, but fair play to the board. As obvious as the decision was, it still had to be made, and it's been made decisively. It's been made swiftly, and we can all move on now, can't we? We've got 2 weeks until the next league game to get someone else in to manage us against Mansfield. To be honest, if that person hasn't been identified in the next fortnight, that's fine with me. I think it's important that we get this decision right, isn't it? We obviously sped things up to get Matt in, and it never really worked out. This decision has to be perfect. It needs to be spot on. And if we need to take a little bit of time to do that, and the new manager's not in until the Northampton game or even the FA Cup game, then so be it. But it's more important that we get the man that we want, the man that we need, rather than the speed that we get it from. And yeah, all attention turns to that, doesn't it? Lots and lots and lots of names doing the rounds. Jack Wilshire's been sort of put out there. We spoke about Jack on the podcast. So if you haven't listened to the podcast yet, it is still worth listening to. We do speak a little bit about the future and what might happen and things like that. I think other names that have been sort of circulated that are realistic. Let's take the Sean Dyches of this world out of the equation. He's not going to come down to League One. Other names that are a little bit more realistic include sort of Richie Wellens and obviously former players, Alan McCormack. Those two could come together as a partnership, couldn't they? But it's important now that the right decision's made. It's important that we get someone who's going to galvanise this fan base. The fan base is extremely um, apathetic at the moment. They're not enjoying the football, and we need someone to rally the troops off on the pitch, but we need someone to rally the troops off the pitch. And it's almost as important to get the fan base going as it is to get the players going now. Obviously, there is a squad of players that can perform an awful lot better than it has done on the pitch. And as fans, we can perform an awful lot better than we have done off the pitch. And if we've got someone who we can get right behind, who excites us, who gives us a journey that we're going to get taken on, then we'll get right behind that. And who knows, we could turn this ship around an awful lot quicker than it currently looks like it will do. Lots of you are asking if we're going to be in the studio on Monday night to react to the sacking. We're not. James and myself got a couple of things that we just can't shift. And then we've got the Cambridge game on Tuesday. But what we'll do is we'll be in the studio a little earlier than normal later in the week. And we'll reflect on this. We'll have a closer look on the sort of names and the runners and riders that are doing the rounds and where we are and everything else. And that'll be out with you later in the week. But for now, Bloomfield's gone and a new era is about to begin. So if you are going to Cambridge, get right behind the boys on Tuesday night. Show them that we're still behind them. It's going to be a young squad. Alex Lawless taking charge, and that should be excellent because obviously he's well thought of at the club. And we'll see where we go from here. But yeah, until next time that Jimbo and myself are in the podcast, thanks for your support and come on, you Atties.